Welcome to episode 16 of the Symphonic podcast with me, your host, Ben Sebastian. I've been excited about this one for quite some time, as this is an artist spotlight episode on the band Hartlight, recently signed to WormHoleDeath Records, an extraordinarily powerful melodic power metal duo outfit led by Noemie Adrien and Adrien Djouadou, two people I have so much time for. This is my interview with Hartlight surrounding their EP release for Midland and Beyond, it's called, and it came out just a few days ago on the 16th. We talked about the dynamics of being a couple in music, music itself, respective journeys, and it was such an enjoyable interview. Here it is. Yeah, I'm really happy to have you on. There's just so much I want to talk about. Where do we start? Where do we start with you two? I mean, I've never met a couple of people that can just produce phenomenal music, no matter what it is they seem to touch, because you've done it in Phoebus The Knight, and now you're doing it in Hartlight. And, you know, I have to say, I was like privy to the EP before in July. Yeah. And it kind of became the sort of soundtrack to me kind of sort of moving and all that kind of stuff. If you remember, I was moving house, and I was looking at the video that I did back then, and how low fidelity it seems now in comparison to the stuff I output now, and all these walls were bare. But yeah, it was a good watch. So I'm going to reboot that after this interview is done and tag it on the back of it as a kind of reboot. So yeah, so how are you feeling? December the 16th, where's that? That's a couple of days away from now.
Yeah,
it goes out to the masses.
Yeah, it's in 2 days actually. Well, I'm excited to see how the reaction are going to be, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
We're judging by the reaction I've seen, because I watched the other interview you did, and I've sort of been keeping an eye on your videos, your lyric video, your Swiss tower video, which I thought was also cool. Yeah, the reaction seems to be sort of going good, and I just wish it gets so much more attention. So let's maybe perhaps walk through the EP, because it's 4 tracks, and they're all quite sort of like epically different. And I've got to say that Noemi, your voice, your vocals, it's just a complete treasure to listen to. It's absolutely beautiful, powerful, nuanced, and some of the inflections that you're able to carry across, they're just stunningly phenomenal. Phenomenal. Put my teeth back in. Where did this voice come from? I want to know the story of this voice. Sorry, Adrien, for putting you in the background for a moment. But
okay,
yeah, where did it all start for you? Let's go right back to the beginning.
Okay, first of all, I would say that this is a lot of work every day for a long time. But the start of this story begins when I was a child. I have always sing for every occasion, every moment. And at first I was singing opera or semi-opera things. And then I have a breakdown. I just said, okay, I really want to do pop music, because I was a big fan of Celine Dion. Okay. She rocked my childhood, and I really wanted to follow this path with the belting. I was just obsessed with the techniques of pop music and metal music, like Bruce Dickinson. For me, this is really similar because of the technique, the power of the voice, and all the inflection we can do when we manage to control this instrument. Yeah. So yes, I started to learn really hard with Adrien. He learned me, he teach me everything I know about this technique, and then I wanted to teach it. So now I'm a pop teacher, and I learned a lot from my students, and it's really interesting to face all the problems we can meet with different people, and it helps me a lot to improve my personal abilities.
Wow. So you're sharing quite the gift with other people. Then that's what you're doing. You've got this awesome gift, and now you're not only are you bringing it out to make our ears comfortable in the EP that you've done, and more releases to follow, but that you're also being beautiful enough to go, hey, you can have this gift too. Is that am I right along the right lines? Yeah.
Yes, a part of the thing is, yes, it was already there, but
yeah, it's amazing. Go on. Were you going to say something, Adrien?
No, nothing. You can.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's. I was scouring the Hartlight YouTube, and I come across a couple of videos. I think a couple of years out. What were they? That was it. The Fisherman's Song. That era. Yeah, don't laugh. It's good. It's good. But what I will say is, like, for projection and confidence between those 2 years, I mean, it is fantastic anyway, but you can really see the elevation. So, I think you both, need to, and I'll come on to you both as I couple them next, but you both need to be like exceedingly proud of what you've achieved and in the time frame that you've done it. You really ought to be. So that brings me, as I say, to a coupledom. You're not only just a couple in music. You're not just a pairing in Phoebus the Knight. You're actually life partners as well. So what dynamics does that bring? I mean, there's obviously some obvious ones that are going to come to people's minds, but what might have you discovered about each other being musical partners and romantic partners at the same time? And what have the troubles been? Like, I want to record, fuck you, we're having an argument. What how does that look?
Well, actually, that's funny because you talked about
this is when we start to hear from the man now.
Actually, you talked about the Fisherman Song, and actually, this was the first song ever written by Noemi.
Okay. Yes, I was completely scared, but it's thanks to Adrien, because I have absolutely no confidence, and I was like, I would like to compose something, but I am sure I don't have the level. I cannot do that. And for this first song, he was with the guitar, and he was all along of the process with me. He just said something like, write the lyrics. And I was like, I don't know about what write. I don't know what to write. And he just said, okay, do it. Just do it.
Yeah, write something.
Write something. So we really don't care.
So she wrote something. Then I was like, okay, improvise something, a melody. I recorded with the phone. So she sang a melody. Well, I like, yeah, okay, that's good. And she was like, what, that's good? What do you mean? Look. So I take the melody and I'm like, okay, so this melody, you can do like this chord progression, this chord progression, this chord progression on it. What do you prefer? So she chose.
Yes, I was like, okay, I want to hear that. Just find it.
And so that was the process at the beginning of it. Yes. We're going to answer your question, yes. But
you carry on. You carry on.
I think some.
And so, she was like, okay, I want it to be like symphonic metal. And on my end, I just, I just got back to metal. At that time, because I was doing my black metal project, Roi Rouge, but I wasn't near anything I do now in Phoebus the Knight for the mixing part and the composing part. So that's why the sound is so rough on the Fisherman Song, because I didn't learn anything from mixing those kind of styles, or my skills weren't there yet, because I learned while doing Phoebus the Knight. So and my point was that in the working process, because that was your question, right?
Yes,
being a couple.
yes, the good and the bad of being a couple musically. Yeah. Tied to a record deal with future obligations, and you've got stuff to do. How do you manage it as a couple?
I think we have a pretty good relationship in music, because we really understand each other, and we often have the same ideas about what we want to hear. But when it's not the case, for example, for Hartlight, usually I got the last word because I'm the composer. So
that's like real life then.
Well done. No. Like in Phoebus the Knight, I have the last word.
Yes, of course. And maybe the most difficult is when we're recording the lyrics, the singing. Before now, he was always with me, and I didn't really like when he told me some things to correct me. So now I'm doing it on myself. I correct me, I hear what I can improve, and then I send it to Adrien. And I think this is the only...
Yeah, the difficult part was always the recording, because how can I put it? You're very
I've
sensitive.
got a lack of passion.
Yeah, she's very sensitive. And she doesn't really like when I say, oh, you can get this in the verse more so, like this or like this.
So
I'm
now
more relaxed when I do it myself.
So now she sends it to you, sort of by email. So don't come in the room. I'll do it, and then I'll send it to you.
Exactly. Okay, go out.
Actually, for the EP, I think I was there.
For the EP, yes, and it was a little bit.
Yeah. That's true. And
there were some tensions.
And the other part where we have fights is when we are saying the same thing but not with the same words. So nobody gets that we are saying the same thing.
Yeah. Is it a case for Adrien, you might use 4 words and Noemi will use 54? Yeah. Or is it the other way round?
No, honestly, we use the same amounts, but just not the same words.
Yeah, sure.
And you know how it is when you create something. It's all about being passionate about what you're doing. So if we both think we have different visions, it's gonna be crushing. But in the end, we always have the same. But
But for the good parts, I would say that this is just amazing, because we have really, really good connection in music. We really understand, and we want to. Sometimes I really love to sing, and Adrien plays guitar, just acoustic guitar, and just the two of us, we managed to create something really simple together, and I just love that. This is one of the moments I enjoy the most, the music.
This is
playing music.
It's amazing to hear. I mean, as a single musician, that's a keynote to any ladies that might be watching. But it's look at this beautiful bald head, but it's a really beautiful thing to see, and it's very lucky when people find their life partners, but to be able to be musicians together. I mean, I'm sure that's fairly rare, and it's a testament. You're beautiful people, and you've produced a beautiful EP.
Thank you, man.
And now,
if I
go on.
Yes, sorry.
No.
No, I was about to say, for the good part, I would like to add that also for me it's really great in Hartlight, because like in Phoebus the Knight I do everything for the music, but in Hartlight I don't write the music. I just I'm just helping for the arrangements, and having someone as so skillful as Noemi bringing the melodies, the harmonies, and the ideas, and I have to use that to sculpt to sculpt the song, and well, I'm going to say something like, you were a bit my muse, of course.
Aww.
So You know, she's really inspiring, both in being her and with all the idea she brings. So like that makes a perfect cocktail for me to work on, you know.
Indeed.
And even for Phoebus, even in Phoebus the Knight, she always has some insights that are very on point, and that helps me, you know, do a better job on writing the songs. So,
and in Phoebus the Knight, I really love to discover the work of Adrien and all he discovered, all he has done in the music, and because this is just amazing. So I'm really happy to you play his music.
Yes. You finally get to see what you know, all the stuff that he's probably spent hours locked away in his studio, and then you spend nights going, I want to watch Netflix, I want to do this, and he's in the studio composing, and then with Phoebus you get to see it live. And you're like, oh, actually, that was good.
It's so true.
Actually, really? she's more like on Dark Souls or Bloodborne. But
I spend my time. Good.
Okay, let's not argue. Yeah. But yeah. So you know, the speed of which, you know. Okay, so I see Hartlight for being in existence on YouTube like a couple of years ago, but you know, the concept of the EP. And getting it all started from scratch to mixed and kind of produced, and then to getting signed by WormHoleDeath, you know, that's been quite a short period of time from my perspective. So, like, yeah, let's start with the idea where let's start from the process of, like, you know, you woke up one day, Noemi, and I'm gonna do this story because you've got this Beserk manga angle as well. You know, just how has it happened so fast?
We watched Beserk, and we have already done some stuff like Fisherman songs and things like that. And I just fell in love with this animation. The story was just so epic, so it touched me a lot because of the story, because of the deepness of the characters, and the story was just so between the two main characters, Guts and Casca. This is a beautiful couple that goes through all the shit of life and managed to heal from mental illness, and it really touched me a lot. So I really want to remind those things, to not forget the story. So the idea of putting this in music, and the fact that I love power metal like Battle Beast, I was like, be the perfect mix between these two things.
Yeah, and actually we were kind of looking for identity as a duet, because like we did like more well-produced songs, Victorious Heart and Hartlight, and we were still looking for, okay, what do we really want to do as a style of metal? And like Beserk coming in, okay, power epic metal, that's the thing.
Yes.
And so you started to write and to compose, and
I wrote it pretty fast.
We did the EP pretty fast.
Yes, I had a lot of ideas. I really had a really defined visions of what I wanted, and all the part of the story I really wanted to put light on. So I write it. I found the chords on the piano, and then
I think we maybe did the EP from start to finish in 2 months?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I composed everything, and Adrien for this first EP did the arrangement, everything.
Yeah, we did it together, but I mean, I was the one in charge in front of the computer doing the drums. With the electronic drums here. I mean, I can show it to you right now, but we have an electronic drums there.
I've seen it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. But she was there, of course, to give the direction. If I do something that is not her idea, we can correct it. And
And we posted just as simple as that. And luckily, WormHoleDeath just found us.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Proposed us to be partner. And yes, we agreed.
We were like, well,
why not?
Why not? Let's try it, just to see how it's gonna end.
Yes.
I don't know, or begin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, WormHoleDeath, they surprise me. I often stumble across stuff that they've put out, and I absolutely love it. And they seem to be cropping up so everywhere. There's been people that I've put on my podcast, and then sort of like a couple of months later, they're signed to them. They're really proactive, and they seem like a lovely bunch of people as well. You know, just looking at the comments.
The relationship. Sorry.
No, go on.
No, I was just about to say that the relationship with them for now is very, very good. They are very nice people.
Fairly.
They always respond so fast, and they are always very kind.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
And because of them, that's fun, because they asked for a lyric video and a clip video. So that's why we shot the clip of Be Blessed in Switzerland, because yes, we just needed this impulsion.
Yeah, this impulse to promote the EP. Yeah.
Yes.
I bet that was fun. I watched the video and I just imagine that. What a good day out that was. So what?
Windy.
Oh yeah. But so the building is in Switzerland. It's some sort of tower. What's the significance?
Yeah.
What's the significance? What's the history behind that?
Oh, because in the part of the story of Beserk, when Be Blessed happens, we talk about we criticize religion,
Mm-hmm.
and the house of the religious is a tower,
right?
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, all the conviction arc in Beserk happens at a big tower where the Inquisition and the church is. Those agents of the church are in this tower, and you have a lot of people starving to death just in front of it.
Just around the tower, in the mud, begging
for mercy and for food, and you got this picture of abusive religion.
Yes, and then for example, a mother asked food for her child. The priest just tortured her to teach her how to be,
virtuous.
Virtuous, yes.
Yeah, wow. So, okay. I'm going to have to give this stuff a watch. I really am. I know I said that in July. I said that in a conversation I had with you, Adrien, a month ago. And yeah, my feet haven't touched the floor still, but it's definitely something I should look at.
we know you're killing yourself at work, man.
Yeah. Well, at work and at play and everything else in between, I just like to keep myself active and busy, and Noemi probably understands. Once you get an idea in your head, that unless you just want to create, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Never want to stop.
No. Work. The real world of work is just a byproduct of existence. Just get that over and done with, and then my day starts. It doesn't matter that bit was 15 hours long. I've still got 4 hours I wanted to schedule in today for my stuff. And I'll damn well do it. But that's us, I suppose, as us composers. But I mean, in the real world. The non-manga human existence. The tower that you had your video in, is that anything of significance, or what is it? What was it?
Oh yeah, I understand. Okay. To be honest, I don't know the story of this tower.
Yeah, Messi, yes, we know. Your father told us it's like a watchtower.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
It's something with we can
like you got several watchtower like this in the valley. in Switzerland,
Yes, yes.
and you go, they lit fire.
You can put a fire.
Yeah, to
on
send
top
a
of it.
message if there
signaling towers. Yeah.
If there is an attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's the enemy over there. Quick, anyone got a lighter? Yeah, I think I've got a lighter somewhere.
Like in Lord of the Ring.
Yes. Okay, that's it. And so it's in Saillon, the town of Saillon.
Yes, a beautiful medieval village.
Yes.
Yes,
And
it fitted pretty well with the story of Beserk.
Yeah, it was perfect. And the mairie, I don't know. I mean, the town accepted that we shot the video there very kindly.
Yeah. So, very lovely, very lovely of them. Have any of them actually seen the final product? Any comments on that? Just
we sent Noemi sent a mail to them to
Yes, I sent them. I was pretty scared because I was like, okay, I would like to do a metal video clip.
Yeah, but I mean, you sent also the video clip to them.
Yes, I sent it yesterday.
We got no response
for now, but I'm sure they will respond. And
yeah, we took some time to send it to them because we were afraid they won't like it. as well, it's metal and the song is pretty ironic about religion. So
yes, I mean, I'm kind of going through something similar because I want to use like choirs and there's some historic like buildings of significance where I live, but when I keep coming up with this like horrific artwork you've seen, so I've posted on my Instagram some of my new stuff, and then you've got the sort of lyrical content, and then it is sort of dark and horror, and people just, people could just about take the word rock, let alone metal, let alone see the word metal and then have a look at this stuck compendium of madness in front of them and then go, yeah, here's the keys to the building, do what you like. It's just not going to happen. It's such a hard one, but hey, you achieved it, so that's cool.
But you didn't have the choir in the end?
Well, let me just say, conversations went dry after a while because there was 2 musical directors involved. One who's quite open to all this kind of stuff, and one who's probably, hasn't seen the daylight, from his office in the real world for quite some time. It's one of those. But plans come and go. I'll crack the nut. At the moment I'm just shaping things, but now I'm talking about me, and this is not what this episode's about. It's about you guys. So, So the EP, 4 songs. And I think the order I addressed them before was via clips, and that's the one that's got nice sort of like low key piano tones, and also that opens with such a high, like powerful scream. At the beginning from you, that is just like, well, I would try to replicate it, but I wouldn't want to disappoint Adrien with my lack of practice over the last couple of weeks. But because for those who don't know, Adrien is my long-suffering vocal tutor, and
not suffering at all. Not suffering at all.
So yeah, you've got the eclipse. Then what is it? Into the realm of the elves. That's for like a super catchy number. That is almost. Do you know what? I was listening to it earlier, and another thought came into my head. That are you influenced at all, Noemi, by sort of 80s music? Is that a thing for you? Like, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I'm completely fan of this period.
Okay, so top favourites are. Let's go down the 80s cheese road for a second.
80s. Top song. Oh my god, there is so much. I love the French pop of those years. I would say Starmania, maybe.
Okay, I'll have to look them up. I'm not big on French 80s, unfortunately. Super bands for the 80s that I like Heaven 17, Duran. You might have heard of some of that, but no, there we go. Okay, Oceans Apart by just.
You made me listen also to some stuff lately.
Bonnie Tyler?
Yeah, there is Bonnie Tyler, but another one with a song that was like Bon Jovi.
Oh
I don't remember.
No.
Okay, the same person that sing La Luna something.
Ah. Yes, I don't remember.
You don't remember the name. Okay.
No. But yeah, there is so much things.
ABBA also, of
ABBA?
course.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, everyone loves ABBA. I mean, you know,
Everyone.
okay, so I just got to click something on my screen. Bear in mind. Okay, so well, I've got 10 minutes left. So yeah, look, that went so quick. So what's next? You're writing, and the kind of the messages I get from Adrien in our kind of private chats are that it's just absolutely sort of like insane and crazy good. So yeah, talk us through some of that.
Next album.
Next album.
Yes.
What about it? Oh,
well,
I'm gonna write.
For now, she wrote a big part of the next album, but this time she did everything by herself on Cubase.
I did the drum and the violins and the stuff like that.
And well, for now it's still in the writing phase because like we have so much on our plates, and
it's much more prog, I think.
Yes.
This is not a simple music. I really wanted to express myself and explore just what went out of me. So I think it's gonna be a bit weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit weird, but there is pretty sick passages, and the song still have catchy choruses and stuff, but you also have instrumental weird part with weird metrics and stuff.
Okay, well, I love all of that. I mean, for me as a composer, whilst I kind of have these sort of metal tags associated with the stuff that I do, I just kind of write what comes out, whether it's a bit proggy, whether it's the down tempo, and I think that's probably maybe something that the three of us kind of share. So I'm really excited to. The crazier the better. It's phenomenal what we can conjure up, isn't it? Really, it really is. You know.
By the way, you're a genius in this area.
Oh no!
I would love to say that.
I've a lot to sort of learn, particularly on getting the production side of it done, and the vocals are just they're really dragging their heels, but it's coming along, and and the podcast as well. Look, I've got a lot to thank you both for. I first started talking to Adrien when I started this podcast in temporary accommodation and nothing but an iPhone cable, and it's progressed to me sort of sorting my life out, moving, getting this kind of dungeon of mine set up. The Hartlight poster is actually on order today. I will receive that Friday, so that will go up on my Hall of Fame as it's become sort of like known.
That's so kind.
Honored.
Yeah, we're honored then.
The only problem is that every new ones I get, they get further out of shot of camera. So I now need to either sort of adjust all the angles, or I'm going to have to every now and again swap them about, which maybe that's a torture I didn't really think about, but yeah, there you go. But no, but Adrien, you've been really supportive of my music and the podcast, and then obviously by extension Noemie as well. So I hope that more than a handful of people watch his video, and I hope that a large percentage of those people go on to stream your album and start sort of clocking up the numbers. And I wish you both the very best of success, not only as Hartlight and as a percentile of Phoebus the Knight, but also as a couple as well. You two are absolutely fundamentally unique, and beautifully talented, and yeah, it's an absolute honor to know you guys and associate with you. I really mean that.
Well, same thing here, man. Same thing here. I mean, we have here a so talented composer, so kind human being, and a fucking hard worker. That's crazy. You improve me every time. Everything you did, man. Wow.
Thank you. There's more coming. I've got so much around the corner that I haven't sent you. Wait till the new year kicks in. It's going to be crazy.
Wow.
I'm almost.
We can wait.
I'm almost doubling my schedule, but there you go.
How can it be?
Yes. How do you do? You got some eldritch secrets to live several life at the same time.
The stuff of Hermione.
Well,
Harry Potter.
I've invested in some cloning technology, and I've made a duplicate of me. You see, so the only problem is he's only that big. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But yeah. No, it's. I want to get up there, get up to speed, and be able to share some more stuff. And lots of this last bit might get edited out a little bit, but I will. I might be coming back to you on the mixing side of things, but that's a conversation I'll have with you at another time. I think I'll get it up to a standard, and I'll be like, okay, here's what I call the original files. They've been tinkered with to X, Y, Z. Do the best with it, because I don't think I can get to the finishing line. I think I can get to 40-50% better than where I was. Like the stuff that you've said is you're hearing it better. But when I go there, I find myself going around in circles. I could probably get to about there in another 3 months, but I want to release something by April. So, it's still progress. So, yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if I don't speak to you guys before Christmas, well, that means there's something crazy there going on. But I hopefully will do. But if I don't, obviously have a good one and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, you too. We should.
But I'm sure I'll be sending you something between now and then, if work let me leave the building. So.
I wish that for you.
Yeah, indeed. Right, well, that's it. Done for the day. I'm going to go do some composing. So,
yeah.
Excellent. Good to talk to you guys. And,
same here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for the interview.
Really nice.
It's cool, man. At any time. I look forward to doing it again soon. Right. Okay. Good night.
Yes, good day.
Goodbye,
thank
you. Take care.
Good composing session.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I'm turning around now. Okay. Bye. Straight into it. Right, I'll end. Okay, I'll end this. Catch you later, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Bye. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll leave a link below to an EP sort of review reaction style video. It's one of the early ones, and as I mentioned, it's a lot more low fidelity than my recent sort of output, but I hope you enjoy the music, and I'll leave all of their links to their Spotify, etc. Totally give them a follow. And I did something I referenced in the interview, and here we go. So there we go. Let's get them up on the wall. Where should they go? I know exactly where they're going. Well, no, I don't actually. Sorry, Craig. You're not moving from a place of prominence, I promise. There you go. So they had to go next to each other, didn't they? Let me just move that camera up a little bit. Yes, it. Well, this is looking professional, isn't it? Better. So yes, there we are. They had to go next to each other, being the awesome couple that they are, and the fact that they're both Hartlight and a percentile of Phoebus the Knight, as we all know. Couples that metal together, stay together. This has been episode 16 of the Sonic Symphonic podcast. See you next time.